Welcome back, everybody. So today we find ourselves at Audio Advice Live 2024. This is a wonderful show covering everything from home theater to 2-channel. And in this video, I'm going to give you some highlights of the best gear that you can find at the show. So come with me and we'll check it all out.
We've got the Sonus Faber Serafino loudspeakers.
Okay.
So Sonus Faber is an Italian speaker manufacturer. These are all built by our craftsmen back in Italy, about 45 minutes west of Venice in a little town called Vicenza. The Serafino is named after Santo Serafino, who was a very famous violin maker in the 18th century in Venice. And if you look at the entire line of Sonus Faber, at least from the Homage collection, a lot of the models are named after either famous violins or famous violin makers. So we have
the noise and what it can do to your system. And I just want to isolate the noise so that we understand what it sounds like, right? Especially in a hotel, a very noisy environment. Simply put, old trusty noise sniffer from the 70s, right? I'm gonna plug this in here to this outlet. Gross, right? Nasty. This is what most people are doing, just plugging straight into the wall. And what that noise is going to be doing to your sound is muddying it up a little bit, even though you're paying 100% for that, right? Let's do a little bit of a switch here. PowerQuest 707 here with the supplied PowerQuest cord. I'm gonna plug it back here to our ultra filter outlet. It's on, but it's silent. But the trick to filtration is linearly controlling how much we're filtering. Because you don't want to just filter the highs and not the lows, you'll get a tubby sound. And the reverse, you'll ruin the tonality and the integrity of what you're trying to listen to, right? We're trying to get back to the original content. We're trying to get back to the original intention. So,
thank you guys for coming. Really appreciate it. My name is Eric McBride. I've worked for Bowers & Wilkins now going on 26 years. Started off as a repair technician, repairing Matrix 800 series, Nautilus speakers, Nautilus 800 speakers, I should say. About a year into my tenure, I was approached by my boss at the time and said, hey, listen, we want to show the Nautilus at a trade show in California. And we need somebody to fly out there, set them up, and if anything happens to them, repair them. Like, are you willing to do that? And I was like, what the hell are the Nautilus? And because I never saw them before. And they're like, oh, it's this thing. Yeah, they're $60,000. I'm like, yeah, I'm all set. No, I don't want to be responsible for that. And that's when they said, well, if you don't do it, we'll find somebody that will do it. And I was like, okay, sign me up then. So the reason I mentioned that, 2 reasons. Number one, for 25 years now, I am the only one in the Americas region that's allowed to actually set these up and repair them and calibrate them. So if you buy them, I will fly out, I'll help you design your space for them because they're finicky, right? And I'll also fly out and set them up for you and then calibrate them with you to make sure you guys are happy with them before I leave, right? So it's pretty cool. And that's all part of the $100,000 price tag, free of charge, right? Yeah. But also I mention that because in 25 years, we've never shown these loudspeakers at a trade show. 25 years. So you guys are like the 23rd group, I think, that came through here. So you guys are pretty special, right? To be able to witness and hear these. Now, again, it's a hotel. Like Nick was saying, we built this room, right? Kind of for these, and also a theater system that we're gonna show too. But it's one of those things where we're gonna get some bleed through from other rooms. It is what it is, but I hope you guys really, really enjoy it. I'm not sure if you talked about the design of it yet. Nope. It's a true 4-way design. 4-way means tweeter, upper mid, low frequency. Each individual driver requires its own amp channel, right? So we have 8 channels of amplification going to the pair of speakers. So at any given point with the Class A's, we'll be sending 300 to 1,500 watts to the drivers on these loudspeakers. So pretty wild.
There's one thing we do with our subs is we treat them just like main speakers. You will never find me say the words, this is a movie subwoofer or this is a music subwoofer. There is no such thing, which is apparently a controversial thing to say. You have accurate or inaccurate subwoofers, and then it's, do I hit the SPL levels that I want in the system in the room that I'm putting the system in, right? So we're asking the same things from our subwoofers. As the main speakers, we're asking for low distortion, we're asking for great temporal response, we're asking for great ability to integrate with the main speakers. Fundamentally, that's no different to what we ask for from a tweeter. It's just in a different frequency range. Asking for exactly the same things. When you add a subwoofer to a system, it should only ever be an additive process. I think in many subsat systems, I think maybe a lot of you guys have done subsat systems yourselves. Yeah, you've got the additional bass extension and bass output, but you lose something about the system that you had before you added the subs. And typically it's that immediacy, that sort of preciseness. We're not interested in removing anything. We want to take the performance of the main speakers and bring that level of performance down into those lower frequencies.
What we're going to be demoing here, and I'm also, speaking of realistic application, I'm casting via Spotify. As much as I want my wife to fire up the media server and do all that fun stuff, casting is very simple and very easy to do, and I'm not even going to lie, I do it quite often. So we're going to be showing a couple of tracks. First is going to be a track called Glimpse of Us by Joji. The reason why I like this track a lot is because it can show the high range frequency of what is possible on these Focal Aria Evo X N4s. And we also have the N2s and the N3s in the back, so the full Focal Aria lineup here. And to showcase just 2 channels, so no subwoofer, no center channel added here. And from a power delivery perspective, what we can accomplish with just the receiver. We're making a joke that this is the most depressing rack at Audio Advice Live because it's a receiver, a MAD VR, and just a kaleidoscope. But we want to show all channels driven from one receiver what is possible. So let's go ahead and give this a play.
Absolutely. Well, I'm Nick from SVS. Super happy to be here at Audio Advice Live. We are showing our Ultra Evolution speakers in a 2-channel system with the flagship Pinnacle, and then in a home theater, spotlighting the flagship Titan with some of our Ultra Elevation Height Effect Dolby Atmos speakers. And we've done a complete reimagination of everything SVS knows about speakers with diamond-coated tweeters, force balance woofer arrays, acoustically centered time alignment. Probably don't have time to explain all of those, but we encourage you to learn more about it from the Audio Advice team or from SVS's website because we are super proud of these new speakers. They've put us on another echelon of hi-fi, and we could not be more excited to showcase them here in Raleigh, North Carolina.
All right, folks, that brings us to the end of our coverage for Audio Advice Live 2024. Hope you've enjoyed all of the cool technology available at the show. Lots of cool stuff to see. Hope to see you here next year. I know I'm going to be here because this is one of my favorites. Remember, like, subscribe, ring the bell, do all those things, and I'll see you in the next video.